Hello dear students, good morning. We will see today, as it was told in the last class, compressibility of fluid. As you are aware, all the fluids may be compressed when an external force is applied on it. Such compressed fluids will expand to the original volume. That means it regains its volume when the external force is removed or released from it, which has been already studied in FM1. Now, here the compressibility of fluid is expressed quantitatively as the inverse of bulk modulus of elasticity K of the fluid. This K is expressed in Newton per meter squared or Pascal, or it may be kilonewton per meter squared or kilopascal. However, the bulk modulus of elasticity is defined as the ratio of change in pressure dP to change in volume with respect to its original volume. The minus sign in this equation makes us to understand that volume decreases as the pressure increases. Now, this bulk modulus of elasticity K will be more useful in case of finding expression for celerity of pressure wave or sound wave, and in water hammer cases that we will study little bit later. Now let us understand first the celerity of pressure wave. Whenever there is a disturbance in any medium, you may take solid, fluid or gas. The transmission of this disturbance depends on the arrangement of molecules in the medium. For example, you take solid. The molecules are very, very close to each other, whereas in case of fluid, little bit far. That is the reason why the transmission of this velocity of disturbance will take some more time in case of fluids. And also, this particular velocity due to the disturbance, the manner in which this propagates is similar to the sound propagation in fluid. Many times this is called as celerity or sonic velocity, or even it is called as acoustic or sonic velocity. Specifically, the sonic velocity or acoustic is called as celerity of pressure wave. In order to denote that, this is the movement of disturbance only, not the fluid. You take it as a point. Fluid will not travel. Disturbance caused in that media of fluid will travel. To specify that, celerity word is used. Now we shall try to find out the expression for celerity of pressure wave or sound wave. There are two cases. When we consider the pipe as rigid and elastic, almost the steps which are followed to find the expression for celerity of sound wave remains unchanged. Only the formula, how it goes, we will explain for one. For the other one, you take it as an assignment. Just I will let you know how that formula has come. Okay, quickly. Now let us consider an elastic fluid in a rigid pipe, the two under rest. You see in this figure. Let us consider a rigid pipe which is fitted with a piston. piston. Let the cross-sectional area be capital A. Capital A. Now, let this piston be moved towards right. This piston is moved towards right with uniform velocity v in time small dt seconds. Then the distance moved by this piston in t time will be equal to x, that is equal to velocity into dt, right? So when this piston moves towards right, naturally whatever the fluid which is inside this pipe will be get compressed. Therefore, the celerity of this fluid will move a distance capital L ahead of piston is equal to C into dt, where C is celerity of pressure wave or velocity of pressure wave multiplied by time dt seconds. Now if we assume, as it has been already said, if we assume capital A as the area of piston, V is velocity of piston, P is pressure of fluid before compression, rho mass density of fluid in the pipe before compression, C is the velocity of pressure wave or sound wave in the medium of fluid. Now, during this interval, small interval of dt, when the piston moved through a distance of x is equal to v into dt, and the pressure wave moved through a distance of capital L is equal to c into dt, where c is the celerity of pressure wave ahead of piston. Due to this movement, what happens? Whatever the length remains here, L minus x, this distance is L minus x. L minus x. In this distance, the fluid will be get compressed. As you know, when the fluid is get compressed, the density will increase and as well as pressure will increase for the length L minus x only. Therefore, let us assume rho plus d rho increase in density of fluid, P plus dP is pressure increase of fluid in the length L minus x. Now let us apply continuity equation. What continuity equation says? Mass of fluid before compression must be equal to mass of fluid after compression. Before fluid, mass is rho A L, density of liquid fluid, area of piston or pipe, and L is the total length traversed by the pressure wave. Mass of fluid after compression is rho plus d rho multiplied by A multiplied by L minus x. We have to consider L minus x where the fluid is get compressed. If you simplify, you will get L d rho is equal to x rho plus x d rho. Further, we know that L is equal to C into dt and x is equal to V into dt. Therefore, if you substitute, you will get C dt d rho is equal to V dt rho plus V dt d rho. Agreed? Now, if you simplify this, we get C d rho is equal to V rho and V d rho. You know, in mathematics or in any other subjects, whenever we are deriving some formulae, it becomes very essential to assume certain things. Here also, it is assumed that V is very small. V is very small. Further, d rho is still very small. Therefore, the product V into d rho may be neglected. Therefore, we get the equation C d rho is equal to V rho, which implies C is equal to rho V divided by d rho. We call it as equation 1. Now we shall apply momentum equation. Momentum equation, that is nothing but net force is equal to rate of change of momentum. P plus dP multiplied by A minus PA will be the net force. Mass per second multiplied by change in velocity will be rate of change of momentum. So mass is nothing but rho AL divided by time dt multiplied by change in velocity v minus 0. So we will get, after simplification, C is equal to d rho by rho v. We shall call it as 2. Now multiply 1 and 2. Previous 1 and this 2. We get C squared is equal to dP by d rho. Therefore, C is equal to under the root dP by d rho. Therefore, we can define the celerity of pressure wave is equal to square root of the ratio of change in pressure to the change in density. This can be expressed in terms of bulk modulus of elasticity K. That is the importance. What you have mentioned under compressibility, the quantitative value of bulk modulus of elasticity is used in the expression of celerity of sound wave or pressure wave. So we know that K is equal to minus dP by dV by V, change in pressure to change in volume to the original volume. Now also we know the specific volume can be related with the density, as V is inversely proportional to density. Therefore, rho V is equal to constant. Rho V is a constant. Now differentiating, we get rho dV plus V d rho is equal to 0. Rearranging this, we get minus dV by V is equal to d rho by rho. Let us substitute this here. Therefore, K is equal to dP divided by d rho by rho, which gives us dP by d rho is equal to K by rho. We know that C is equal to under the root dP by d rho. Therefore, C must be equal to square root of K by rho. That means celerity of pressure wave or sound wave can be defined as the square root of bulk modulus of elasticity K to mass density of fluid. Okay. In the same way, we can find the expression for sound wave in the medium when it is in an elastic pipe. Since it is elastic pipe, whenever the fluid get compressed, the walls of the pipe will be get stretched, unlike rigid pipe, as we could see in the last case. Therefore, the effective bulk modulus of elasticity K suffix E should be considered here. It is not of fluid alone, just K. Therefore, you can follow these steps. They are similar to the previous one. The ultimate equation, I will let you know what is that equation. We will get KE is equal to KET divided by ET plus KD, where T is the thickness of the pipe wall, D is the diameter of the pipe, K is the bulk modulus of elasticity of fluid, E is the Young's modulus of material. Therefore, if you simplify, you will get effective bulk modulus here. Effective bulk modulus KE is equal to K divided by 1 plus KD divided by ET. Therefore, C will be equal to square root of KE divided by rho. That means celerity of pressure wave may also be defined as the square root of the ratio of effective bulk modulus of elasticity of fluid divided by mass density of fluid. Okay, we will stop here. We will continue in the next class. Water hammer, what are its effects, how they can be minimized by using surge tanks, and what are the other limitations, and how the time which is required in different cases of water flowing through pipes we will see in the next class. Thank you.